Hi boys and girls. I know this week and last week we've been discussing pets, and in science we have been discussing fish. And I'm lucky enough to have two guppies in my house. I have an orange guppy and a speckled guppy, and they're both males. And the reason why I chose the two boy fish is because they're a bit more colorful. And through the years, I've had boys and girl fish together, and they make lots of babies, guppies. And I didn't want that, so I have the two males. I have a lid on my fish tank because my cats like to climb on top of my tank and try and catch the fish, but they've never been caught. They never get hurt. So I just have fun watching my cats want to play with the fish. So I'm going to show you how I take care of my two guppies. This is the fish food that I give my guppies, and it's a big container, and it has lasted me years, many years. So that's another nice thing about pets. Kind of once you lay out the money for a fish, it's not too expensive compared to a cat or a dog. And this is the reason why I have a lid on my fish tank, because I have very curious cats. So today what I'd like to do is clean my fish tank and show you what I have to do. Because fish live in here and they do everything in here. They poop and they eat where they live. So you have to clean the tank, if you're good, once a week, but you can go once a month and they're fine. You can. So the first thing I do is I put water in this extra container here, just so my fish have more room. So I pour in the water. This is Tyson that you see. He is one of my two cats. And I would recommend, what you really need to do is make sure that the water is room temperature. So I pour the water from the sink and has to sit in here for about 4 hours to make it room temperature. And I also put these drops in. You only need a little bit of drops in the water, and it helps to make the water safe for the fish. Okay? Okay. So now that I have some water in here, I take out my decorations. I like SpongeBob, so I have the little house. I think it's Patrick's house. I'm not sure. I think it's Patrick's house. And I normally do this by the sink, not on my kitchen table, just so you know. And then I have this one, which I just think is cute. And the fish will actually swim in and out of the holes. Gives them something to keep them busy. And another thing that is very helpful is a net, because you do not want to use your hands to scoop up your fish. So I do one fish at a time. And this is my goldfish. And he's the color of gold, but it's still a guppy. There you go. Now that fish is safe. And now I'm going to scoop my second fish, which is a speckled fish. And in they go. So these are my two fish. They're right now in the other tank with the clean water. And in a minute you might see my cat because he's trying to walk on the camera. But so they're in the clean water. I'm going to take this dirty water with the rocks in it, and I'm going to pour the dirty water down the drain. And now you see why I've got two cats on the table. And if you guys are ready, I'm going to dump this dirty water out. I move the rocks around a little bit because it takes the poopy water and all the little stuff that's underneath the rocks and kind of brings it towards the top. And now I'm going to dump the dirty water down my kitchen sink. And towards the end there is where you'll see more of the fish poopies and stuff. And you try and get as much as you can out without dumping rocks in. And then what I do is I have to put more clean water in. And I move it around and around. And this helps get all the yucky stuff out of the bottom of the tank. And then you got to just keep doing this and dumping it again. So I'm going to dump it again. So yeah, I think my tank's pretty clean. I'm gonna take this here, and this is OJ. OJ is my oldest cat. He is 18 years old. I'm gonna move the tank this way so I have room for the cat. And again, I just have water that I put a couple drops in, and I'm gonna empty one out in here. I think this is a 3-gallon tank, so it takes at least 3 gallons of water to fill it up. We'll see if I'm right. That's 1 gallon. And I have another one, and we'll pour that in. And now we have Tyson getting it in the action. And what I could do now is I can put the fish in. So I'm gonna take my net, and I normally do 1 fish at a time. I don't think I'll be lucky enough to get 2, and it's a little safer. So this is my speckled fish. And now he is safe in the clean tank. Now I'm gonna get my gold guppy, like that, and see, they're safe. He's in there, he's alive. I'm gonna put him in. Come on, buddy. Yep, they're both okay. And I'm gonna flatten my rocks out. And I'm gonna take my little house, my little Patrick SpongeBob house, plop it inside, make sure I don't drop it on my fish. And I'm gonna take my other little thingy here, put in the tank. And then I could do is take this water and gently pour it in. I think I'd like to give the fish a little food, and I could show you that. So let's see. I'm just gonna put a little bit in my hand. You really don't have to feed them a lot. This is almost a lot, okay? And the great thing about guppies is you don't even have to feed them every day. You could feed them like every 3 days. It's wonderful. And maybe they'll eat. I don't know. So boys and girls, the tank is clean. My fish have been fed. They weren't really hungry because I fed them this morning, but I fed them again so you could see. That's okay. I'm gonna put the lid on. This way my cat doesn't go swimming. And I hope you liked seeing some of the responsibilities of having a fish. And like we said in school, they have fins and gills and they live in the water. So a fish needs water to live. And honestly, it's a pretty easy pet. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed learning about my fish. Bye.